But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 35, here's second down and 2.
Bronco switch. Here we go. Set. Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot and run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second and 9.
Ready. 60 Bison. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
Here's up third and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Daniel's going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. after the big play on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hit. AC Cardinal, AC Cardinal.
Here's a give up the middle. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 14, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings, nothing. Santos set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
The extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. This fielded right at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. And so they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. How about this? And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Throwing is McCarthy. And he hits him in stride. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Second and a couple.
At the 16-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
McCarthy. A gain of 3 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And stride, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Felton from 13 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Let's go now.
Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Daniels. That is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
McCarthy going to sneak it. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. belted at the end of that one.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on them as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run. And while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit, throwing it a little bit more.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Daniels looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Big yardage that time for Washington. 48 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. They go play action. Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Let's go now.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Commanders 14. Santos set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 49 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now they'll audible to something else. Hands it off out of the gun. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured out to the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing now is Daniels. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
To throw is Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
First down.
play fake. Daniels. A man over the middle, and it's complete.
18 more yards.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To the air goes Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone, following a pickup of about 7 or 8
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Vikings.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
19 tight, not COVID-19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Daniels. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
17. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now a 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 83 yards. And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one pick of the championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you're not going to be there. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. His defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, hard to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
19 Charger, 19 Charger, Mustang 19.
On fourth down, here's Daniels. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Completion good for 14 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
If you don't agree, ask the streets on your big 5 here. You already know. Already know how it go. Already know I got.
Let's go.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he will have the Vikings first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's McCarthy. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. So no gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And it keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
A 37-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you like to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes or a dap on the sidelines. Maybe we start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes you have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
34-yard line.
Come on, come on.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
The Commanders, 1st down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Working out again, Daniels. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Cowboy.
Back to throw. Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
For the extra point.
Santos with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the metric.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup.
2nd down and inches. Now Daniels going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to his snap. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
That's good.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
19 type, 19 type. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. it simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Here we go, set. 65.
Throwing is McCarthy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covered. It doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they'll pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Cowboy 80.
They'll try and run it here. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 77 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, you don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are moving closer to a day now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings pull it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Commanders get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already,
the 2-point conversion is successful and makes the score Vikings 55. Commanders.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Tackle made back at the 44.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory.
Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0-20 real quick.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship.
I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Manopon. Rolling out to Durban, Marvel pudding with some prawns. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, not you. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a biffa.
Ibiza. Yeah, it's pronounced Ibiza, actually. What's the difference, man?
Ibiza, Ibiza, you won't see me in neither. Invited to the function, I don't go, I got amnesia. I'd rather be in Vegas at the Caesars. My winter out in Josie, not in Bali, cause it's cheaper. Switch it up. From Africa, home of the diaspora. More than the trip around the globe, we the settler. Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man.